Oh, excuse me. Rope Way started video. Howdy, folks. Papa Joe here. Oh, goodness. American Nomad and anybody else know I have not put a link to studying the Word on my Facebook wall. I'll talk to my son about that, see if he can do it. I ain't got a clue how to do that stuff. I really don't. But I'll talk to my son and see if he can. Matter of fact, him and I was just chatting. Let me pause you and I'm going to ask him to do that. Alright, did you miss me? I was chatting with him. He done went to bed. So he's going to see about it tomorrow. I do believe studying the Word is a closed group. So send a request and Chip will accept you. He'll look and make sure you're a real person and that you ain't putting no ISIS, let's kill American stuff on your wall. Go figure. But yeah, I'll try to get that link up. I'm also trying to get a little fancy on you. Me and Michael was talking. And you know how when I was doing Nomad Radio, we had that intro? We're going to try to do some kind of intro that the son can set up, and every time I post a video, it puts that intro on there. Nothing fancy. I've seen a bunch of them with cartoon, and it takes 2 or 3 minutes to get to the video. That aggravates the dickens out of me. A little short 30, 40 second little thing with him saying something, and I don't know how it'll work. And it'll be a little bit before it gets done up. It won't happen tomorrow. Being we're all working people, we got to do that damn job thing. It interferes with fun. Want to go over a couple of comments. Don't mind me. And I just had tamales and pork and beans for dinner. Good stuff. Let's see. Bob, I ain't sure what you're saying, brother. Waiting a time with... Okay, it was on my part 2 of Is This Your Story? Okay, got you, brother. Don't ask the good Lord for patience. You won't like the way He teaches you. Let's see. Stop doubting James 1 says you just need to call me. Let's see. I ain't sure. Let's see. No, you better not. You're a great Christian brother, Papa Joe. Be a fisher of men. You are a great servant of Jesus. Stop doubting James. Y'all know about doubting James. Or no, that was Thomas, wasn't it? Doubting Thomas? Which one was it that, maybe that was James. I'd have to look that up. And I just might give you a call there, Jason. Let's see here. Now, Rico, this is the reason I decided to make this video, was for you, Rico. I'm fixing to type in here and tell you I'm answering you in a video. Very polite, point blank, but very polite. He says, what is your reason for building the wall? I want to know your thoughts on it, if you don't mind me asking. And let me respond to him. I'm going to like your message, your question, and tell you I'm answering. And I'm not a very fast typer either. Answering you in a video and post. So now you can hear you can get the message, and then you can hear it on here. You know, my reasoning for the wall, and I would like for other folks to put up your reasoning in a nice, polite way, just like that young individual asked in a nice, polite way. I would like for some of y'all to post your reasonings for or against the wall. But let's keep it polite. I mean, you know, y'all know me by now. Let's keep it polite. Get on there getting too stupid and you're going to make me delete your message, and I don't want to do that. My reasoning for the wall would probably surprise you. Now, mind you, I'm from Texas. In my heart, I am a Texan. There are those Texans that says I'm a transplant. I've lived in Texas for many years, many times. I've lived more in Texas than any other state. I love Texas. I've had numerous Mexican friends. I don't have a problem with Mexicans. Latinos, whatever you want to call them. Got one young man, calls me Uncle Joe. Now, in the Mexican world, if they're calling you uncle, that is nothing but respect. He used to hang out over there at the house quite a bit. Then he got a girl, got married, had babies. Don't see him no more. Don't even see him online anymore. Miss you, George. Look, the nation was founded on immigrants. Period. That's an honest fact. My ancestors somewhere behind me were immigrants. This is an immigrant nation. However, I do not want it to become an illegal immigrant nation. That's not being a hater, that's a fact. Now, I know of an individual that was a small millionaire. It means he only had a couple $1,000,000. From Germany. Very nice guy. Very nice wife. He used to go to a guest ranch in Georgia by where we lived. And we got to know each other and became pretty good friends. He wanted to retire in America. He didn't need a job, so he wasn't taking no one's job. He wanted to retire in America. And the red tape and the nonsense that our nation was going to put him through, they was basically trying to steal his money in order for him to come over here legally. That's my interpretation. He never did make it because of all the nonsense. He's still in Germany. He went ahead and got a horse stable because he was into horses. There was a guest ranch with horses that he stayed on at in Georgia. So now he's managing a stable, a riding stable, where they do the fancy riding. They don't do cowboy riding, they do fancy riding. I know a couple other individuals that have fiancés from overseas. And the nonsense that they're being put through to bring their fiancé here is ridiculous. Now, the reason I'm telling you that is because if you listen to the liberals and the talking heads on TV and the Democrats, they are going to tell us that we're a bunch of haters because we don't want illegals here. No, I think if upstanding people have to jump through so many hoops to get over here, don't let somebody breaking the law and sneaking in and then you're going to put them on a pedestal and give them special privileges, and then tell me I'm a hater because I think they should come in legal and have the same fight that these other peoples have got. No, it might not be easy to get into our country, but you can get in legally. Do it legally. Now, another part of my reason for standing so fast on the wanting them to do it legally is simply because I have seen already twice in my life where they granted amnesty to millions of illegals. And when they was trying to get us to go for it, they made all kinds of promises about fixing that border. They made all kinds of promises about this won't happen again. This is going to fix the problem. No, all it did was give amnesty to a bunch of illegals, so now they're here legally, and we still have other good people that are trying to come in right. And I'm not saying because you got amnesty or that you was illegal that you're not good people. Don't twist my words like they did on Trump. Don't play that with me. However, what part of illegal does the Democrats and the liberals not understand? If you cross the border illegal, you are illegal. And you should not be rewarded for breaking the law. Period. And to me, that's what's happening. The DACA kids and all that, I ain't got a clue what to do about them. That's why I'm a truck driver and not a politician. But the politicians evidently don't have a clue either. Now, yeah, I want to see the wall built. I am not naive enough to think it's going to stop all the illegals. I am not naive enough to think it's going to stop all the drugs. There's an old saying that a lock will only stop an honest person. That wall is only going to stop a certain amount of people. If they want over here bad enough, or they want to get their drugs over here bad enough, they'll figure out a way. And we all know that. Let's not BS each other. I am so tired of being called a hater and a racist and all this other nonsense because I believe in standing up for what's right. I've had to work for everything I've got. I've had to do it the right way. I broke no laws doing what I've got. I think everybody should do the same. I understand that it's a poor country that they're leaving. I understand they're looking for a better way of life. I got news for you. I've told you numerous times, I was born and raised a hillbilly in the Ozark Mountains. We were dirt poor. We wore hand-me-downs. And not just from us, I was the youngest. Time I got it from 3 older brothers, it was pretty well wore out. Then we had cousins that would give us clothes and all this other stuff. Had neighbors that would give us clothes and shoes. We were poor. I understand being poor. I understand it very well. I understand wanting to better yourself. I understand leaving that area to go better yourself. And you can do it. We have a ton of people here in America, in the inner cities and all that the smart ones are leaving out, trying to better themselves. They're doing it legal. Somebody explain to me what makes you special because you broke a law and came here illegal. How does that get you special treatment? It shouldn't. I do not care what the circumstances are behind you. If you're from a nation where they're killing Christians and all that, yeah, go through the government to come in. You're still doing it legal. If you want to be a refugee, go through the right channels and come in that way. But sneaking across the border, illegal, that makes you nothing but a criminal. You've done broke the law. Alright, another layer of it. I'm a many-layer person. I have been a rebel all my life. Now, those that don't understand rebels, hold on a minute. I got to turn the AC on back there. Well, that was good timing. Shut you off to do that, and Mama called. She going to bed. As I was saying, another thing is that I've been a rebel all my life. And to those that don't understand, they mislabel rebels. Oh, he's a southern racist and a hater, and he don't like blacks, and he don't like this, and he don't like hogwash. No, a rebel rebels. And I've been rebelling against the world and the government all my life. Rebel without a cause. You know? And when I have such a large part of the government trying to force their way of thinking down my throat, I rebel. When I have them telling me that the sky is orange when I know it's blue, I rebel. When I have them trying to force stuff that I know is wrong down my throat and telling me that it's right, I rebel. So to me, that wall, for the most part, is the last great stand of defiance, as we used to say in the Marine Corps. And that's what it is. I don't care who pays for it. I'll help pay for it. I want it built just because of all the hassle. I'm a firm believer that when a certain party and different groups of individuals are so hard set against something that fundamentally is right, there's something they're not telling me. There's something they're being deceitful about. When a nation like Mexico and their government has built a southern wall, check out the southern wall of Mexico. It's a doozy. But yet they tell us that we can't build one because it's racist. It's built because of hate. And they only say that because so many of their people come over here illegally and make money. And I ain't gonna say they make a lot of money, but they make money. And they send as much as they can back to Mexico. That's a big part of their economy. They won't admit it, but that's a big part of their economy. So we have all this going on, and yet they're telling me don't build the wall. If you support the wall, you're racist. Hogwash. I don't believe it. I know me. I'm not racist. I'm not a hater. I want the wall. Just for the hell of it, I want the wall. I know. It don't make no sense, does it? me wanting the wall for all these different little reasons makes no more sense than the Democrats not wanting the wall and leaving our borders wide open for anybody to come in. And you notice I didn't touch on the terrorist or anything else that could cross that border. Some already has, from my understanding. I just can't explain it any better than that. It just, they have thrown such a damn fit over the wall. They have made such a big deal about illegals actually being illegal. Sanctuary cities. California is now a sanctuary state. That means they are supporting the illegals. Who is supporting the Americans? Who is standing up and saying, wait a minute, this is wrong? Why is it if you support your own nation and your own people that you're a hater? You're a racist. I've seen all these, you better be careful, Heartland. I've seen all these protesters and these marches where they're flying the Mexican flag and all this, and a bunch of them even have signs about hating America and all this. How come that's not racist? How come that's not hate? How come if you support the illegals, the criminals, that you're a good guy? How can that be? But yet if I support what's right and what's legal, I'm supposed to be a hater. Something wrong. Somebody got a wire crossed somewhere. And I really don't think it's me. Now, you didn't say if you supported the wall or not. You just asked my opinion. Now, kindly return the favor. Do you support it? Why? Do you support the wall? Why? Do you not support the wall? Why? If you're against the wall, give me some legit reasons. I mean, I would honestly like to hear. Surely it ain't just so that more illegals can come across, is it? Why would anybody be so much against the wall? I don't understand that either. What good would it do our country, our nation, to not build the wall? And to be quite frank with you, don't throw up the cost of it to me. You won't like my rebuttal to that. With all the money that our government wastes and gives away, you know what? I bet you if we allotted the money that goes to Planned Parenthood, the murderers, the killers of the unborn, I bet if we took their purse away, that'd go a long ways building that wall. Why is it our government wants to give away money to countries that hate us instead of building that wall? Why is it everything else is more important than securing our border? What is wrong with having a secure border? And walls around the countries is nothing new in this world. There's plenty of them that do. Why is it wrong for us to do it? Why is it if you sneak into another country illegal, you go to prison. Some of them you can get killed. But so many think that if you sneak into America illegal, you should be rewarded. Is there a neon light, a neon sign down there on that border saying, come on in? If you make it, then we're going to give you the world on a platter. You asked. I told you. It's mixed up. Sometimes I'm hard to understand. Sometimes I have problem understanding me. You think it's scary on the videos, you ought to be in here. Luckily for y'all, I can't get out half of what I really think. Y'all remember, God loves you, and so do I. I want you to come in legal. Period. That's the bottom line. Do it right, and I do not have a problem. Not one. And that's how the majority of Americans feel. Do it right and legal, and welcome to America. You're going to do it the cheating way, the sneaking way, the illegal way, I think your ass ought to get caught and shipped right back to where you came from. Period. Look at all the computers and stuff that's monitoring just this truck. I know, I signed up and here I go, right? I have so many parts of the government and the industry that is watching me and making me drive this truck legally. And if I do it illegally and go breaking the rules on the hours of service or any of that stuff, they're eventually going to take my CDLs where I don't even have a way to make a living. Now, how is me being forced to do my job legally any different than coming into this country to get a job legally? Do it right. You do it right, I ain't got a problem. Y'all have a good evening now. Good night.